All he did was give his wife a doll, never expecting it would unleash a series of terrifying supernatural events in their home. That day, Mia suddenly heard all the toys in the nursery next door going off at once. As she went in to check, the two doors behind her slammed shut on their own. No matter how hard she pulled, they wouldn't budge. At the same time, she heard movement coming from her baby's room. Trapped outside, Mia had no choice but to drop to the floor and call her daughter's name through the crack under the door. Grabbing a chair, Mia smashed the lock and rushed in, scooping up her baby. At that moment, the doll eerily rose up from the floor. Hearing something behind her, Mia slowly turned around. Just then, John came home and heard his wife screaming. He rushed inside and asked what happened. Soon after, they called the same priest from before. After hearing Mia's story about the doll, the priest explained that demons can sometimes use objects as vessels to move around and prey on human souls. But there's a rule, they can't just take a soul. They need the person's consent. Mia then asked how they could get rid of it. The priest suggested taking the doll to the church first, where it could be contained with holy objects. Then, once he contacted a couple who specialized in exorcisms, they would hand it over to them. With that, the priest took the doll and left, but just as he arrived at the church, the priest was later rushed to the hospital. When he woke up, John immediately asked what had happened. The priest said it was all because of the doll and that it was desperate to claim Mia's soul. Hearing this, John quickly called Mia, telling her to leave the house immediately while he was on his way back. After hanging up, Mia heard someone knocking at the door. She looked through the peephole and saw it was the priest, so she opened the door without hesitation.
Is everything alright?
Then the demon entered the house, and Evelyn, the librarian, was there with Mia. Mia suddenly heard her baby crying, but when she followed the sound, her daughter was nowhere to be seen, only the empty cries echoing around her, while all the dolls nearby were covered in blood. Both Evelyn and Mia were frozen in fear. They tried to run out of the house, but the demon suddenly appeared on the ceiling, shoving Evelyn outside and slamming the door shut. Now alone, Mia frantically searched the house for her baby. Then she saw a crayon roll out of the nursery. When she walked in, she found the walls covered in writing, and inside the crib lay that creepy doll. Mia grabbed it and smashed it in a burst of anger. Then a voice guided her toward the window. At that moment, Mia realized the demon wanted her soul in exchange for her daughter's life. Without hesitation, she climbed onto the windowsill. At the same time, John unlocked the door and rushed inside, only to see Mia standing by the window, about to jump. He desperately tried to stop her, but Mia just wanted to save her daughter and turned to leave. John sprinted over and pulled her back just in time. As John comforted Mia, a voice suddenly interrupted them. They turned around and saw Evelyn standing on the windowsill in Mia's place. She said a child needs a mother. Without hesitation, she jumped to her death. As Evelyn died, Mia's baby suddenly reappeared in the crib. 6 months later, the doll had vanished after everything that happened. The last time it was seen was in a toy store, where an elderly woman bought it as a birthday gift.